Hey, what's up, BeBackGaming crew? It's BeBack here, and today we're diving into Days Gone Remastered on PS5. This open-world zombie epic from Ben Studio is back with a fresh coat of paint, a new Horde Assault mode, and some serious PS5 polish. But is it worth your time and money in 2025? Stick around for our full review, no fluff. No paid promo, just honest thoughts. Let's roll. First off, if you're new here, BeBackGaming is all about deep dives into the games we love, and sometimes the ones we don't. Days Gone had a rocky launch back in 2019, with mixed reviews and some technical hiccups, but it's built a cult following over the years, and now Ben Studio's giving it the remaster treatment. We've played through the campaign, battled hordes, and tested the new features to see if this is the definitive way to experience Deacon St. John's story. Let's break it down. Days Gone Remastered puts you in the boots of Deacon St. John, a drifter and former outlaw biker navigating the post-apocalyptic Pacific Northwest 2 years after a global pandemic. The world's overrun by freakers think fast, feral zombies that evolve and swarm in terrifying hordes. The story follows Deacon's search for answers about his wife, Sarah, while juggling alliances with survivor camps and his best friend, Boozer. Let's talk story. The narrative is a slow burn, and I mean slow. The first 5 to 10 hours can feel like a slog, with Deacon muttering to himself and missions that don't always grip you. But once the story kicks into gear around the halfway mark, it's emotional, gritty, and surprisingly deep. The voice acting, especially Sam Witwer as Deacon, is top-notch, and the cutscenes hold up in 2025. That said, some characters, like the camp leaders, feel a bit one-dimensional, and the writing can lean into biker cliches. If you love character-driven stories like The Last of Us, but don't mind a rougher edge, you'll find a lot to like here. One critique from 2019 was that Deacon's not the most likable protagonist. He's gruff, stubborn, and not exactly a hero. But honestly, that's what makes him real. He's a flawed guy trying to survive, and I grew to root for him. The remaster doesn't change the story, so if you bounced off it before, you might still struggle here. Gameplay is where Days Gone shines. This is an open-world action-adventure game with a focus on exploration, survival, and resource management. You're scavenging for scraps to craft Molotovs, repair your bike, or patch yourself up. The world feels alive, and brutal freakers roam in packs. Bears and wolves can jump you, and human enemies like marauders keep you on your toes. The bike is the real star here. Riding through the muddy trails of Oregon feels weighty and satisfying, and upgrading your bike's speed, durability, or fuel tank is a game changer. Combat is solid, with a mix of stealth, melee, and gunplay. You've got crossbows, shotguns, and traps, but ammo is scarce, so you're forced to think strategically. The open world is gorgeous, with diverse regions like snowy mountains and lava fields, but it can feel a bit empty at times. There's no climbing or parkour, so exploration is mostly on your bike or on foot, which might feel dated compared to newer games like Horizon Forbidden West. Now, let's talk hordes. These massive swarms of hundreds of freakers are the game's signature feature. Taking one down is pure adrenaline. You're lobbing explosives, sprinting to choke points, and praying you don't run out of stamina. The remaster keeps these moments intense, and there's still some of the best set pieces in any zombie game. The big new addition in Days Gone Remastered is Horde Assault mode. This is a survival gauntlet where you face escalating waves of freakers, human enemies, and even evolved freakers like breakers. Your goal: survive as long as possible, rack up a high score, and earn rewards like new characters, cosmetics, and gameplay-altering injectors. Horde Assault is a blast. It takes the horde mechanic and cranks it to 11. You're constantly on the move, crafting gear, and unlocking perks as you level up. It's set across familiar regions like Cascade and Crater Lake, but the difficulty ramps up fast. Think Call of Duty Zombies but with Days Gone survival vibe. My only gripe: it can get repetitive after a few runs, and I wish there were more unique objectives. Still, it's a fantastic addition that could be worth the $10 upgrade alone for Horde fans. Let's talk tech. Days Gone Remastered looks stunning on PS5, especially on PS5 Pro. The new lighting engine makes the world moodier and more realistic. Nights are darker, forests feel denser. You're getting 4000 resolution, 60 FPS, and improved textures. Character models and vegetation pop, and Boozer's shiny head has never looked better. The PS5's DualSense controller adds haptic feedback for rain, bike vibrations, and weapon recoil, which is subtle but immersive. 3D audio is great for hearing freakers creep up behind you, compared to the PS4 version. The remaster fixes the launch bugs and runs buttery smooth. That said, if you played the PS5 backwards compatible version, the visual jump isn't massive, it's more of a polish than a transformation. Digital Foundry praised the effort, noting the lighting overhaul as a standout. So, is Days Gone Remastered worth your cash? The game retails at $50 or $10 if you own the PS4 version and want to upgrade. The campaign is 40 to 60 hours long, plus Horde Assault adds replayability. If you're a newcomer or missed it on PS4, $50 is fair for a polished, content-packed experience. But here's the catch. If you already own the PS4 version and played it on PS5, the upgrades might not feel essential. The new lighting and Horde Assault are great, but the core game is unchanged. If you're a die-hard fan or love Horde modes, the $10 upgrade is a no-brainer. For everyone else, it might be worth waiting for a sale or a PS Plus drop, especially since the original was on PS Plus before. Alright, final thoughts. Days Gone Remastered is the definitive way to play Ben Studios' underrated gem. The story grows on you, the gameplay is intense, and Horde Assault is a killer addition. It's not perfect, the slow start and dated open world design hold it back, but time has been kind to this game. We're giving it an 8/10. It's a must-play for zombie fans and a solid pickup for PS5 owners, especially if you can snag it on sale. If Ben Studio had launched Days Gone like this in 2019, we might have gotten that sequel fans are still begging for. What do you think? Are you grabbing Days Gone Remastered, or is it a pass? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep the conversation going. That's it for our Days Gone Remastered review. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for more gaming deep dives. Check out our Days Gone PS4 review in the description for a throwback, and let us know what game we should cover next. Until then, keep gaming, and we'll be back. Peace out.